Great. Well, welcome everybody once again for our Monday evening conference lesson. And here I am again, Alastair, to present that to you guys. Now, our lesson today is for the social media. Now, the language of social media and internet culture. Understand and use web vocabulary. Okay, so that is the theme of the conference lesson for today. So let's get started. Let's have a look at the agenda. So number 1, the evolution of digital communication. Number 2, slang, emojis, and new expressions. Number 3, tone, nuance, and digital etiquette. And lastly, number 4, the future of internet language. Okay, well, let's get started and have a look at number 1. Okay, well, welcome everybody. As technology is constantly advancing, today we will explore the different forms of communication and its evolution due to the internet and artificial intelligence. Okay, so let's do it together, and don't forget to take notes as we go. So here we go, the evolution of digital communication. So how internet culture has shaped language. The internet has accelerated the evolution of language by creating new words, abbreviations, and communication styles. So the internet has accelerated or speeded up the evolution of language by creating new words, abbreviations, and communication styles. For example, the word tweet used to only refer to a bird sound, but now it also means a post on Twitter or X. So the word tweet used to only refer to a bird sound, but now it also means a post on Twitter or X. Well, let's think a little bit about abbreviations. So abbreviations and acronyms in online communication. Nowadays, people use shortened forms of words to communicate quickly. People use shortened forms of words to communicate quickly. We have some examples here. LOL, laugh out loud, LOL. BRB, be right back, BRB. TLDR, too long, didn't read. Okay, so a real life example, a Reddit comment might include TLDR before summarizing a long post. Okay, so these are abbreviations and acronyms. There are also memes and viral phrases. So memes are cultural symbols that spread online, often as images, videos, or phrases. Examples. This is fine, used to express staying calm in chaos. No cap, used to say, I'm not lying. What is the impact of memes? Well, memes help shape conversations and bring humour into discussions. Well, let's move on to the next part, which is about slang, emojis, and new expressions. So the role of emojis in communication. Emojis add emotion, of course, and meaning to digital text. Some emojis change their meaning over time. Here are some examples of emojis. Fire. This means something is amazing. A clown is used to call out foolish behaviour. Upside down face. This is sarcasm or passive-aggressive humour. A red flag, warning about problematic behaviour traits. And eyes, watching closely or showing curiosity. Okay, so we can add these emotions to digital text to add emotion to that text. Let's read through these again. Fire, something is amazing. A clown, used to call out foolish behaviour. Upside down face, sarcasm or passive-aggressive humour. Red flag, warning about problematic behaviour or traits. Eyes, watching closely or showing curiosity. There is, of course, internet slang. So let's think a little bit about internet slang and expressions. Some popular online slang. We've got some good and popular examples here. Simp, a person overly devoted to someone. Simp, a person overly devoted to someone. Goat, greatest of all time. For example, could be used to describe Usain Bolt, the GOAT. Mid, average, not great. So mid, average, not great. Stan, a passionate fan. The origin for this is from Eminem's song, Stan. So Stan, a passionate fan. Sus, this is suspicious and is from the Among Us game. Sus, suspicious. FOMO, fear of missing out. FOMO, fear of missing out. So we have a couple of examples in context. The first, bro, you're such a simp for her. That deal sounds sus to me. Okay, well, let's continue. Hashtags and their cultural impact. What are hashtags? Okay, well, hashtags are words or phrases preceded by the hashtag, used to characterize content. Popular hashtags and their meaning. Hashtag TBT, Throwback Thursday. Hashtag OOTD, outfit of the day. Hashtag goals, personal objectives. Hashtag DIY, do it yourself. These hashtags help categorize content and boost visibility across social media. Well, let's move on to the next part. We're going to think about tone, nuance, and digital etiquette. So, understanding tone in digital text. Now, this is not easy. Text lacks tone indicators, so misinterpretation is common. Therefore, we have some tone markers now to help clarify intent. We have what we call tone markers to help clarify intent. So we have some examples here. /S, this is sarcasm. /S, sarcasm. An example, great idea, /S. JK, just kidding. JK, just kidding. An example, I'll fight you. JK, I'll fight you. JK. The next one is /SRS. This means serious. /SRS. Serious. Please text me when you get home. /SRS. And the last one here, /neg, which means negative. /neg. This week has been rough. /neg. Okay, it gives that negative meaning to the sentence. So these are tone markers and they can help clarify intent. Of course, we just have to learn them. Okay. So let's think about some other online vocabulary. We're thinking about sarcasm, irony, and all caps and what they represent. Okay. I had a message from Christoph saying my screen is freezing. It's okay now. Okay, good. Well, my connection is good, so hopefully it won't happen again. Okay. So sarcasm, irony, and all caps. Online sarcasm can be hard to detect without context. All caps. This equals shouting or urgency. All caps. This equals shouting or urgency. Examples. Sure, that's exactly what I wanted. With this face, sarcasm. I can't believe this happened. All caps. This is strong emotion. Excessive punctuation. Well, this shows emphasis or excitement. No way! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. That's awesome! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. This is extreme enthusiasm. Okay, so we can portray these feelings through our online use. All caps, this is urgency. We have that emoji for sarcasm, and we can use excessive punctuation for emphasis or excitement. Well, we're going to think a little bit about online politeness versus toxic behavior. Of course, the internet is home to a lot of toxic behavior, unfortunately. So we're going to think about trolling versus constructive criticism. Now, a troll is someone who posts inflammatory content for reactions. Example, this game is trash, only losers play it. So that's an example of trolling, but constructive would be more, I think this game needs improvements in gameplay. So there's a slight nuance, a difference there. Well, we're also going to think about how punctuation and formatting change meaning. We've got some examples. Okay. This is passive aggressive versus okay with an exclamation mark. This is enthusiastic. So okay on its own, passive aggressive. Okay with an exclamation mark, enthusiastic. The next one, sure versus sure, (bracket). Now, one sounds cold, the other is friendly. So, sure on its own versus sure, (bracket). We have a tip here as well. It says use emojis and punctuation wisely to avoid misunderstandings. Indeed, we need to be careful with the punctuation that we use to be better understood. So use emojis and punctuation wisely to avoid online misunderstandings. Okay, well, we're going to move on to the last part of our lesson today, the future of internet language. How social media shapes future language trends. Social media creates a new world at a fast pace. There are some examples of internet-born words. For example, Finsta, a fake Instagram account used for private posts. Finsta, a fake Instagram account used for private posts. Of course, before Instagram, this word did not exist. We have another example, vibe check, assessing someone's mood or attitude. A vibe check, assessing someone's mood or attitude. The next example here is ghosting, which means suddenly cutting off communication with someone. Ghosting someone. Cutting off communication with them. And the last example there, receipts. Now, this is proof of something, usually in screenshots. Receipts. Do you have your receipts? Do you have proof? So receipts, proof of something, usually in the form of screenshots. So AI and chatbots in digital communication. AI assistants like ChatGPT are changing language use. So what are the impacts? There are more automated conversations, e.g. customer service bots. Okay, there seem to be a lot of these now. A lot of government websites seem to be using customer service bots. Are they better? Possibly not. But AI has had an impact already and it's changing language use. The first impact, more automated conversations and customer service bots. The second impact is that new AI-generated slang might emerge. So as AI is used more, perhaps some more slang will emerge. I'm sure it will. It is inevitable. So let's think a little bit about creativity versus miscommunication online. Now, there are pros, of course. Online language fosters creativity and humour. This is true. Online language fosters creativity and humour. There is, of course, huge cons as well, though. Misunderstandings can spread misinformation. Misunderstandings can spread misinformation. For example, a joke online might be taken seriously and cause controversy. Well, we've got some final thoughts before our conclusion for today's conference. So our final thoughts are: keep in mind that the internet constantly evolves language. The internet constantly evolves language. Online communication relies on context, tone, and abbreviations. Online communication relies on context, tone, and abbreviations. Knowing digital vocabulary. This equals better social media engagement. Knowing digital vocabulary equals better social media engagement. Okay, well, let's have a look at our conclusion for today before we finish. So in conclusion, social media and internet culture constantly reshape the way we communicate. From slang and emojis to memes and hashtags, digital language evolves fast. Understanding these changes helps us engage better, express ourselves clearly, and avoid misunderstandings. As technology advances, new words will keep emerging. So, stay connected, stay curious, and embrace the evolution of online language. There we go. Okay, so in conclusion, social media and internet culture constantly reshape the way we communicate. From slang and emojis to memes and hashtags, digital language evolves fast. We need to keep up. Understanding these changes helps us engage better, express ourselves clearly, and avoid misunderstandings. Indeed. As technology advances, new words will keep emerging. So we need to stay connected, stay curious, and embrace the evolution of ever-changing online language. But there we go, guys. We come to the end of our lesson today for social media language. I'm so happy that you all joined me here today. It just remains for myself and the team at Cercle to say thank you for watching. So once again, thank you for your attendance today. I will see you all next week, I hope.